Welcome everyone. We have the Transformers Studio Series 86 Galvatron. We've had quite a few Galvatrons over the past 4 or 5 years. Starting with Kingdom, second release of the same Kingdom figure, a toy deco, a reformatting, and now a Studio 86. And hopefully this will be the last iteration. So for the packaging, we've got the open window design, no clear plastic, just you can stick your hands in there and mess with the figure. We got the Transformers the movie logo at the top left, big Transformers the movie logo on the top. We've got a nice portrait on this side. We've got a full body shot on this side. UPC on the bottom if you need that. And actually that's the English on this top side. And then on the back, we've got a demonstration of the two modes, the fact that he comes with a matrix, which we knew about that already, and that he has a backdrop. So let's go ahead and get this figure open. So contents of the box, there is a booklet. We do have a really nice backdrop with Astro Train, Thrust, and Ramjet. And everything for Galvatron is right here in the front. There are no other items hidden in the back. So let's go ahead and get this figure out of the package. So now that we have him out of the package, let's go over accessories. Just as the previous releases, you've got these two guns that are more or less little miniature versions of his spaceship that Galvatron gives him, with the added feature that you can use these as guns. You can put them together and create a larger gun. So cool, kind of weird, but still cool. There is a little baggie that's got a lot of important stuff in it. This has the gun receptacle and the matrix of leadership. So this was in the package separate, and there's a little hole on the back of this, and you just peg it on, and you can put it over his head, and that completes that look. And then you take his gun barrel and plug it into the slot, and then you can plug this to his bicep, or you can plug it into his forearm. It's up to you. And then you've got the complete look. I will say that the color palette to me on this version really hits the mark. This is definitely a more accurate color to the way he's depicted in the movie. And it seems like they've gone through and kind of adjusted a lot of the different colors. So let's go ahead and bring out some of his previous versions. So here is our kind of sort of first release. The very, very first release was pretty much this, but there was like some light purple, like goo marks on him, battle damage in various places. I don't know if it's ever been said what this particular purple is referenced from. I don't think it's like comic or any particular iteration of Galvatron. It's not bad, but you know, comparing it to the movie accurate colors, it seems off now. But the arrangements of the colors are the same. So, the primary color on the shins, the gray for the lower legs, the dark, black grayish colors on the top and on the toes, the red, the gray, the silver. Just the particular color reference is different on the new version. In some ways, there is a little bit more color on the original. So on this piece, we had the silver added. On this piece, it is not there. And in the movie, it's pretty much that way. So, we got this added deco in the Kingdom release that isn't actually technically, very accurate to the movie at all. The gun barrel is an obvious change. They do appear to be the same barrel. Like looking at them, you could be fooled to think they're different, minus the translucence, but they do seem to be the exact same sculpt. Just this guy is translucent and this one is fully opaque. If you have both, obviously you can swap the barrels if you wanted to have, mix and match the look. And then probably the last big difference between the two of them is the coloring of the face. We've got silver here and we've got gray here, which in and of itself is kind of an interesting thing because some of the Studio 86 figures have silver painted faces and some of them have these animation gray painted faces. So Hasbro's kind of been all over the place with how they're managing the choice of, does the figure have, metallic silver, or does the figure have like a animation style paint app on the face? So I am glad that they did paint the gray here versus the metallic silver. Plus the eyes are painted. I think on the original, these use light piping. It's kind of hard to tell, but kind of seems like these are clear on this version. Next up, we have the reformatting version. So as Unicron is reformatting Megatron, there's kind of like this grid kind of 3D purple glowing type thing that's happening with him. This particular version, I think this was one of those generation selects, and they gave us this, which is kind of cool. You probably wouldn't like have this as your main Galvatron, but if you did have this figure, now you can have like a proper movie scene where he's changing. And hopefully we'll have a 86 Megatron that can go along with this display soon. And then last, we have the toy deco, or really the Marvel cartoon deco is how I look at this guy. Their overall placement of color is quite a bit different, way more generalized. The arms are the same color all the way through. The pauldrons are one solid color. You've got the crest in a different color. You've got this shin piece and this upper knee pad piece, all one color. Same with the feet. But then you've got this dark gray face, which to me makes this a comic Galvatron, because if it was meant to be an homage to the toy, number one, he'd probably need a new head sculpt to give him more of that, straight up and down crown look, and the face would probably do a better job with like a dark silver paint job for that. So this newer version definitely fits in a bit better with these guys. If anything, we might need a updated version of Cyclonus. I think this passes pretty well, but I think in the animation in the movie, his purple was a little different. So it wouldn't hurt if they redid him, give him, instead of this light piping that's on this release, give him painted eyes, maybe even give us a new head sculpt, like a new face sculpt at least. You know, something that's got like the painted chin, kind of like where Galvatron also has this, robot goatee. We need a Cyclonus with that. And Scourge and the Sweeps definitely fit in a lot better with this color scheme too. But then also to note, the new Galvatron has a cartoon style faction symbol. The Sweeps have a very weird faction symbol. They almost have like a amalgamation between a weird cartoon aspect ratio style symbol, but with silver outlining. There's always going to be something that's just a little weird with the selection. I don't know why they make the choices they do sometimes. But overall, this is nice. Like, if you could have any setup, this is a great setup to have. And then last but not least, we have his cannon mode. And again, I think the colors do a lot to make this a little bit more enjoyable. Definitely looks closer to what he looks like in animation. It's not perfect, but for what they can do with the price point, this does a job. If you want, you can kind of slide this on like this. Can't remember if this is a thing from the movie or not, but it works. It's a place where you can kind of store his Matrix necklace. And then, you got these guns, and there are, I believe, there are slots for them somewhere. Yeah, you've got these grooves here and this little piece sticking out here, and you can just slide them in. And you can have him all armored up like this. Although this is not movie accurate in any way, you can still do it. At least you have the opportunity to store all the accessories that you get with them. So glad to get this version. I can't see Hasbro doing another Galvatron anytime soon, so this is great. Maybe one day we'll get a Masterpiece Galvatron. Next year will be the 40th anniversary of the movie, so that would be a good time to do it if they're waiting to do one. So let's see what happens. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.